Hey guys, welcome back to New Rockstars. This is the channel where we've got every sort of nerdy breakdown you could ever wish for. My name is Sam Basher, and I'm here with an Avengers Infinity War teaser titled Legacy that was uploaded to Marvel's YouTube and social media accounts. And it's got some juicy details about the movie that I need to dig into. Here's your spoiler warning, I guess. If you didn't know that there might be spoilers in this video, I can't help you. Let's get going. For the most part, the majority of this footage has been seen already, but let's look closer at the new stuff. Specifically, the opening shot with Thanos and his Black Order. Now, if you need an explainer for who these characters are, ERIK did a few videos on this channel about them, and they're very good. I actually watched them before I made this video to make sure I didn't mess up too bad. Looks like the Black Order is standing in the wreckage of a room of a battle with their father/leader, T-Dog, or the Big T, if you will. And if you'll notice, T-Bird has at least two Infinity Stones, the Space Stone and the Power Stone. Now, we see T-Dog holding up his arm into the air, surrounded by either severely wounded or dead people, with what looks to be the energy from the Power Stone swirling throughout the room. Now, the following clip, we see the Power Stone lit up, and based on some crafty research by ERIK, it looks like these stones illuminate when they are being activated, when they're being used. This visual of Thanos closing his fist to activate the stone seems like a similar visual to Thanos snapping his fingers in the comics. All he's got to do is simply close his fist to just show how powerful he is. He annihilates an entire room full of people. Now, after watching this clip over and over again until my eyes wouldn't close no more, I have a theory about how this whole scene actually plays out. I think this is out of order. My guess is that this energy surging throughout the room is a result of Thanos activating the stones through this move. Based on the firepower we've seen the Power Stone unleash in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, this baby could easily kill a room full of people. It's supposed to annihilate whole planets. Based on what we've seen so far from the other trailers, this scene looks an awful lot like the wrecked Asgardian ship, so this could possibly be the end of the Asgardian race. Hope not, because that'd be a bummer. But based on this clip and the other clips of the Guardians of the Galaxy teaming up with Thor, I have a rough idea of how this story could play out, specifically the story of the Guardians and Thor meeting for the first time. Here's my theory. Thanos nabs himself the Power Stone from the Nova Corps on Xandar, and things probably don't go so great for the Novas, and they probably reach out for some help, and boom, the Guardians of the Galaxy are on the case. Now, this doesn't stop our big dog, though, because he's on a mission and heads to the next closest Infinity Stone, which is the Space Stone, which we know is in possession of the one and only Loki, a former Asgard. This leads to our confrontation and eventual annihilation of the Asgardian people, probably the death of Loki, and Thor being tossed out into space. Don't worry too much about the God of Thunder. The Guardians have been following Thanos' tracks and arrive a little late to stop Thanos, but are able to grab Thor and bring him aboard, probably. This is what I've got so far. Let's see if I'm right in 2 weeks. But from there, we see our montage of previous Marvel films, which is either just meant to be a literal representation of Tony's line, "It's all been leading to this," or maybe it's a tease to a theory that's been floating around on the internet. More on that in a second. But now some more Infinity War. We see Thanos' Q-ship over New York wreaking some havoc. Then we get the previously released shots of Black Widow in Wakanda, Tony with Hulk, Strange, and Wong in New York, probably looking at the Q-ship, Thor, Rocket, and Groot in space, Spider-Man with his Iron Spider suit on the Q-ship, and an overhead shot of Thanos' army of the Outriders attacking an energy barrier right outside of Wakanda. The next clip is of Steve Rogers, aka Nomad in this movie, attacking the Outriders based on one of the first trailers of Infinity War. This looks like just a continuation of that fight scene. We then see the whole gang charging into battle in Wakanda. You got Black Panther, M'Baku, Okoye, War Machine, Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Steve Rogers, and the Hulkbuster suit, which probably houses Bruce Banner inside. The next shot is a sideways look at the charging army, but why are they charging? My guess is that the World War Z-esque wave of Outriders attacking the energy barrier needs to be stopped ASAP. That makes sense, right? So we know based on this trailer and toys and random insurance commercials that Tony's armor is gonna have all the bells and whistles you could possibly want for Iron Man. Well, you're gonna need them all to fight Thanos and the Black Order, but I don't think he's the only hero that has an upgrade for the field. Check out this over-the-shoulder shot of War Machine flying over the battlefield in Wakanda. He's got his Gatling gun / railgun over his shoulder, and he got an arm cannon right down there, but check out his little wing design on his back. Is this kind of similar to Tony's armor, maybe, with the new arms? Bringing it back around to this scene, Star-Lord is aiming higher than his eyeline, meaning that whoever this villain is, this adversary, is taller than him, which could only really be two villains. One being Thanos, because he's like 9 feet tall, he's enormous, but also this could be the debut or solo adventure of one of the members of the Black Order that we really haven't seen in the trailer too much, Cole Obsidian, aka the biggest boy in the Black Order. But moving on, we get the same shot of Scarlet Witch in proximate Proxima Midnight fighting in front of an explosion, as well as the shot of Doctor Strange being tortured by Ebony Maw. Oh no, so sad. But the next shot is very intriguing. For just a few frames, we see Shuri working on a hologram, which we know that one of her missions in this movie is to assist Vision after he's been attacked by the Black Order. My guess is that she's trying to study the Mind Stone the best she can, but also maybe she's trying to figure out a way to remove it from Vision. Based on her expression though, she seems pretty awfully stressed. Hopefully she can help our pink synthezoid out. That'd be awesome. Next we get a shot of Loki handing over the Tesseract. Again, we've seen this before, but I have a question for you. Do you think Loki is handing over this as a bargaining chip? Like maybe he could prove to Thanos that he still could be a good assistant? Honestly, I don't think Loki is gonna make it very far in this movie. But scooch it forward to one of the clearest shots of one of the members of the Black Order, Proxima Midnight. Check out her right here fighting Scarlet Witch. Now I'm guessing that this is from the fight we mentioned previously, and I'm really digging her character design, very similar to the comics, and seeing her go toe-to-toe with the Scarlet Witch is gonna make me ever so excited in the theaters. Blocking her spear with a telekinesis ball, chaos magic from the comics if you want to call it that. Next we get another shot of Thor inside one of those huge machines pulling some levers, which has been theorized online to be Thor, Groot, and Rocket's mission throughout this movie to build a new weapon to help take down Thanos. Most people are throwing out the idea that this is a forge that will help create Thor's new weapon for Infinity War, which has been teased through toys, Stormbreaker. Ooh, it looks so cool. Can't wait to see what kind of weapon Stormbreaker turns out to be. Our penultimate shot before cutting to black has a lot of fans worried. Now we see Iron Man presumably holding back Star-Lord, who seems to be very upset. This scene looks to be taking place on Titan, Thanos' home world. My guess, someone just got very hurt or possibly died. Who could it be though? This one is tough. We know based on previous clips of who is on Titan to fight Thanos and his army. That's Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Star-Lord, Drax, and possibly Nebula from another shot. My guess, Thanos or the Black Order has killed one of the Guardians. Either one, we could lose Gamora, because that would elicit a strong emotional response from Peter Quill since they have that whole sexual tension subplot that's been building through the both Guardian movies. But I'm not so sure that Thanos could kill his favorite daughter, his words. My second theory, and more likely in my opinion, I'm thinking Drax, since his mission originally was to get revenge for his dead wife and daughter by killing Ronan, but then he discovered that Thanos was actually the real power behind his family's death. He now has a new mission, which lines up pretty well with his comic book counterpart, who was specifically written to kill Thanos. Drax the Destroyer. Who's he gonna destroy? Thanos. Those are just theories though. You let me know what you think. The last shot of this teaser is of Thanos walking on Titan with debris falling behind him, which is probably after he pulled a freaking moon down. But I got a question for you guys. We were shown a lot of flashbacks to previous MCU movies. Do you think this was just to make us feel nostalgic because this movie's probably gonna be really sad for a bunch of characters? Or do you think this maybe ties back to a fan theory that we might be doing some time travel in this movie courtesy of the Time Stone? Let me know your theories down below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Marvel breakdowns. Check out my MCU rewatch breakdowns. I'm almost all done with those. The Civil War breakdown just went up. It's a good one, in my opinion. Not trying to be cocky. I'm at Sam Basher on Twitter. Check out all of our other breakdowns and shows, and I'll see you next time.